In occupied Kherson, a Ukrainian FPV drone scans the ruins of a damaged building. Inside, a lone Russian soldier hides, still, hoping the shadows would keep him unseen. When the drone hovers close, he makes a desperate move, reaching out with his bare hands to catch it. He fails. The lens retreats, the feed stabilizes, and the silence deepens. Elsewhere, a soldier lies beneath a tree, feigning death. The drone above doesn't blink. Its lens reads every flicker, every exhale. When movement betrays the deception, it adjusts course and completes its task. Technology replaces instinct. Precision replaces fear. In a quiet forest clearing, 2 Russian soldiers were spotted resting and making a phone call under a tree. Within seconds, a Ukrainian FPV drone descended toward them. What followed was a sudden moment of confusion, a failed escape. And the calm precision that defines modern aerial warfare. Above these same skies, technology continues to evolve. Sweden's Nordic air defense introduces the Kruger 100, a lightweight electric missile designed not to destroy, but to intercept. It relies solely on kinetic impact, no explosives, making it safe for urban defense. Small, efficient, and easily deployed, it turns ordinary rooftops into precision outposts. In the wooded outskirts near Pokrovsk, aerial scouts from Ukraine's Royal Air Regiment detect subtle movement below. An FPV drone locks on 2 advancing soldiers, halting their push seconds later. Another drone slips beneath the canopy and strikes a resting group under the trees. Farther away, one soldier hides beneath heavy branches near a shattered settlement. A drone approaches quietly, releasing a small charge into the leaves. When the smoke clears, silence remains. Patience and observation once again define the outcome. 5 kilometers southwest of Bakhmut, the Vartovy UAS unit of Ukraine's 36th Marine Brigade conducts a coordinated strike. FPV drones track Russian soldiers and vehicles hidden near Kishivka, disrupting logistics and dismantling positions in one precise sequence. What once required battalions is now executed by a handful of pilots and machines. Deeper within the same belt of trees, fiber optic FPV drones from Ukraine's reconnaissance units sweep through thick vegetation, immune to electronic interference. Guided by steady hands, they slip between branches and undergrowth, tracing heat and motion. In modern warfare, the forest no longer conceals it, reveals. An FPV drone observes 2 Russian soldiers entering an abandoned house at the edge of a destroyed settlement. Seconds later, the drone strikes, reducing the position to debris. Across the road, another soldier concealed beneath a tree is located and neutralized. Farther across the open field, multiple figures move cautiously, some crouching in bushes, others taking cover in shallow trenches. Each motion is tracked, analyzed, and systematically stopped. In modern warfare, precision and data replace numbers and noise. Further south, a small group lies motionless under thick vegetation. Hoping to blend into the terrain, a drone above hovers, then releases a single drop. The feed stabilizes, and movement ends. The era of the machine that watches, calculates, and decides is no longer future tense, it's now. Through the ruins of a shattered town, a Russian soldier rides an electric motorcycle, unaware of what trails behind him. The FPV drone tracks from low altitude. Adjusting for wind, keeping perfect distance between collapsed walls and empty streets. The chase feels almost unreal, machine versus motion. In seconds, the gap closes, and the screen goes white. The road returns to silence, leaving only dust and static. A few kilometers away, another feed appears. A Russian soldier runs toward the front, stopping briefly behind a bush, catching his breath. Above him, an FPV drone steadies, then dives, not far away. Another soldier wearing thermal camouflage rests under a tree, convinced he's invisible. The drone shifts its path, drops altitude, and moments later, both heat signatures fade from the display. The forest returns to stillness. In a dense forest near Velika Novosilka, two Russian soldiers try to stay hidden beneath thick branches. Their camouflage blends with the terrain, but not with the sky. Overhead, operators from Ukraine's 214th OPFOR Assault Battalion deploy a drone, releasing precision munitions that disable the position before movement can resume. Another clear display of how aerial surveillance eliminates the element of surprise. On another sector, an FPV drone intercepts 4 soldiers moving toward a defensive line. One is injured as the others retreat into cover. A second drone follows their trail, slipping through the entrance of an underground shelter. A single flash marks the end. Along the edge of the Donetsk forest, 2 Russian soldiers move cautiously through the brush. One carries a fuel container strapped to his side. Overhead, an FPV drone follows, patient and deliberate. The first soldier notices, raises his weapon, but the drone adjusts and continues. A moment later, the second figure disappears from view. Precision leaves no margin for error. Not far away, another soldier moves near a trench, unaware that a second drone has already locked on. The impact is controlled, surgical. Moments later, another target among the trees is neutralized. Then, 2 faint shapes appear behind a narrow bunker slit. A second drone threads through the gap and delivers a clean strike. Each motion, calculated. Each pause, deliberate. High above the fields near Lyman, a Ukrainian FPV drone locks onto an incoming Russian scout. One miscalculation, and the feed cuts to static. For a moment, nothing moves. The war is no longer fought by altitude, it's fought by control. Further north, in the Lyman sector, operators from Ukraine's Signum unit track a Russian transport truck weaving through a half-destroyed neighborhood. Seconds later, an FPV drone intercepts, hitting the vehicle with measured precision. Another truck follows and is quickly disabled. Deeper into the forest belt, a third supply truck is stopped as its crew tries to flee. Within minutes, 3 targets go silent. Logistics interrupted, momentum broken. Across the northern front, near Kupyansk, Ukraine's 151st Mechanized Brigade, the Northern Eagles, deploys fiber optic FPV drones. Their signals travel by cable, immune to jamming, beneath dense forest cover. Russian positions once thought invisible become clearly defined. Precision, patience, and silence transform the trees from protection into exposure. Elsewhere, a Russian soldier rests beneath the open sky, motionless, unaware. A drone overhead releases a pinpoint strike. The motion below ceases. The calm that follows says everything silence. Patience and control now define survival more than chaos ever did. North of Slobozhansk, a fiber optic controlled FPV drone traveled nearly 15 kilometers, slipping past anti-drone nets with flawless precision. Guided entirely by cable, it reached its target, a Russian command post, and delivered a controlled strike. A silent reminder that distance and interference mean little when technology sees without limits. In the Belgorod direction, an FPV drone waits above an open road as a Russian supply convoy approaches. The first truck passes, the drone locks on. A soldier in the back opens fire blindly, the effort futile. The vehicle stalls, disabled, within seconds. The rest of the column follows. Engines fade, wheels stop turning, and the battlefield grows still. Modern warfare now rewards timing, discipline, and the art of remote control.